Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Vici Gaming facing off against EHOME here in the Manila Major Chinese region. Lyrical Dota again joined by Winter. We're in a game that does not technically matter for the rest of the standings, but still was a lot of fun to watch last time around. Winter, what did you think about it?
I mean, it was fun. It was clowny, you know. You can see how YOLO players can become when the game doesn't matter. The dives were real, you know, the throws were real, whatever you call it.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I mean, we saw, like, you know, in the first couple of minutes, the Lion just run down the bottom lane and try and kill the Disruptor.
I remember the first blood. Oh my god. Like, what is going on?
But they ended up coming back to win. I mean, that's the grand plan, right? Vici Gaming ended up being able to win that game against a lineup that, you know, they were not expecting to be going up against. So I'm pretty excited to see what they bring to the table this time. EHOME are going to take a first pick Doom after the bans of the Bounty Hunter, Beastmaster, Alchemist, and the Lion. As far as openings go for Vici Gaming, can we really predict anything at this stage? Like, do they just kind of pick whatever they want, or do you think that they're still going to try and stick with some of their tried and true drafts?
You mean EHOME?
Or Vici, either one. I mean, EHOME, Vici Gaming, they kind of can do whatever they want, but for EHOME, you're probably not going to try and reveal anything new, right?
Well, I think EHOME's gonna do whatever they want. I mean, they're gonna just not pick serious, like you mentioned, not... I don't know, but because it doesn't matter, like, and Vici is already out, so they're just like, I mean, you can try your hardest, you can play whatever you want, doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, it's like a pride thing, right? You wanna go out on a high note, so you wanna win your last 2 games. And for EHOME, it's about, you know, winning without showing too much. So they are trying to win without showing too much. Well, they weren't trying to win the last game, so they're gonna open up the draft with the same exact opening they had: Doom plus Disruptor.
Seems like a pretty good way.
I really liked their draft last game.
Yeah.
Not the play so much, but the draft was what I liked a lot. Like the general idea behind how they pieced each hero together, how they ran their lanes, and how they wanted to play the entire game. I was a fan of that.
5 seconds remaining.
All right. Well, I think that the other thing to keep in mind here is that they're going to have the Batrider and the IO. Now, these heroes, very high mobility. You're going to be able to relocate around the map potentially. You also have pretty good vision that you're going to be able to gain through the Batrider whenever he goes for the lasso.
Remember the last game, Doom always sees Void first, so he dooms the Void every time. So now the tables should be turned around. It's easier for the Batrider to get his hands on the Doom first, because you have extra vision from Firefly, and usually Batrider is regarded as a king of initiation. When it comes to initiating, it's always Batrider that gets the jump first in most cases. So his primary target this game would be the Doom.
We'll see if he's going to be able to find him there. I guess the other part of that you need to have with the Batrider lineups is a good amount of burst damage that comes after the fact. So if you do manage to catch the Flaming Lasso onto Doom, you burst him down. Already with Lion out of the pool and an IO taken, is there any hero in particular that you feel like would really work? Either maybe you can pull it from the mid-roll, or do you think you try and build it towards the support?
Standard combinations would be Bat plus Gyro, or Batrider plus any form of burst. Bat, Gyro, or Bat Juggernaut would be, like, Juggernaut's out. So there's still gyro.
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
If you talk about in terms of supports that deal a lot of damage, with Lion out of the pool, the other one that comes to my mind is Skyraf.
Okay.
Those are the two heroes that, as a support position,
10
deal the most.
seconds
I mean, Witch
remaining.
Doctor is fine. It's damage over time. It's not exactly
5
burst
seconds remaining.
damage that you're looking for. I mean, Lina is not played as a support anymore. So I mean,
Reserve
those are the
time.
heroes that I'm looking for when I'm on a hero like Bat Rider.
What about sort of the other dynamic of the Bat Rider in the mid versus a Bat Rider in more of an offlane role? Is there one that you particularly favor over the other, or is it more just the player in particular?
I think it's player and the team, like
Okay.
how you would actually feel it's better. Like I'm just using a very easy example for Empire. They sometimes run Scandal on Bat Rider instead of Afterlife because it's just the way how the team functions. Scandal plays more of Nyx, Puck, Bat Rider, Starlight. He plays all the initiating heroes, and they have two farming players,
EHOME's
Afterlife
turn to
and
pick.
Ramses. So it really depends on the team sometimes how they're gonna play, how they're running the tempo. And Visage is like you mentioned, the support that deals a lot of damage. After the lasso comes out, you have the soul assumption, and you can follow up with the stun from your familiar. So it's a really nice combination. And on top of
Vici
that, you can
Gaming's
give
turn
vision
to
with
pick.
your familiars, so that Bat Rider can find the initiation.
Well, I guess the other thing there, I will say that I was thinking about the Visage, and I can say that now because it's already shown up there. But I really wish I would have said it beforehand, because then I could have said I
seconds
call the Visage pick, which I don't think has happened yet in 6.8.
Has it happened in the
Seconds
event?
I don't think we've had a Visage yet. There might have been one involved with a Drow strat, but
Reserve time.
you never really know. Tidehunter is going to be the option that EHOME go for, kind of that combo breaker. So even if you do get the Doom caught in a lasso, they're gonna be able to break that up with a Ravage after the fact. That seems pretty strong to me.
Yeah, it's very difficult to lasso the Tide first because he has Kraken, so he can actually break free
10
from that.
seconds
It's very good
remaining.
versus Relocate. You have heavy AoE. You have Ravage plus Static
EHOME's
Storm.
turn to
So it's
pick.
very difficult to use Relocate offensively. So
Hmm.
that's very important to have a lot of AoE against IO. So she's gonna follow up with even more initiation, X. So they have Bat Rider plus X. Two forms of initiation, so they
10
can
seconds
constantly
remaining.
and pick outs to relocate, play very aggressively.
5
Yeah,
seconds
because
remaining.
once again now the tables are turned. Because right now EHOME has the long cooldown spell, Ravage.
Yeah.
So Vici
Reserve time.
trying to do what EHOME did in the last game. They don't have long cooldown spells and they try to play around it to have everything that's short cooldown.
And it's kind of something that I was thinking is like, this is a Vici gaming squad that we haven't really seen before. Is one experimenting a little bit more with picks and trying to run stuff that's a little bit different. Do you like it as far as the context of this draft? Do you feel like it's going to be playing a different type of game than we saw before? Like, do they have a better chance, I would say?
Well, I think that it's a different idea from what they did the last game. So I actually like this type of lineups right now much better compared to the one they had the last game. I think with the current patch and how teams have been playing, it's much better to not rely on ultimates or not rely on one single spell too much.
Yeah.
Right now, even though EHOME has
10
a very big
seconds
cooldown on
remaining.
Ravage, but look at the other heroes, everyone else, they don't have to rely on the Ravage to
Turn
take a team fight. So they always have a glimpse as well, and then they have obviously whatever the Doom gets. If he feels he lacks initiation, he can. I don't see Dooms do this anymore. Like you get the
10
Centaur camp,
seconds
the
remaining.
Centaur,
Hmm.
then you go for the Blink. Because right now most players are just going for the
5
tank build,
seconds
the
remaining.
Vanguard. It's either the Vanguard, Blade Meal,
Yeah.
Drums, or the Aura build, the Vlads. Very seldom that you see
Reserve
Doom
time.
Doom gets a dagger and you get a Centaur. I mean, it's just the hero being very flexible. Sometimes people forget that you can also play Doom that way. You just
Yeah.
forget because it hasn't been done for a long time.
It has a little bit of a cast point, though, right? On the,
Yeah, but
stomp.
it's still pretty useful if your team needs another form of initiation. Like Doom is just good because he's so flexible. He can fulfill a lot of roles that your team needs.
Well, it looks like now also we're going to have Gyrocopter as the pick for EHOME. Sometimes can struggle a little bit against the Axe. I mean, you have to get your... if you're able to get a nice initiation that comes out with Axe before Blade Mail or rather before BKB comes online. That could be a bit of an issue, but they're going to go for the
Vici
DK.
Gaming's turn to pick.
Mid lane DK. We haven't seen the mid lane hero as of yet, potentially for Vici Gaming. Is there any way that they run Axe mid against this?
Yeah, it's X is actually really good versus DK. Any melee hero, especially it's now pure damage.
Yeah,
So
it's-
the armor from DK doesn't really matter that much anymore. Yeah, it's
5
an option
seconds
that is
remaining.
open.
Huh.
X mid, even Bear Rider does well against DK. So either way,
Reserve time.
depends on
5
what they want to
seconds
do, because I
remaining.
think that if you are talking about running dual lanes, IO plus X on the off lane could be much more scary than IO plus Bear Rider.
Yeah. Well, and Sylar is going to be taking the anti-mage with the CTY Axe.
So mid X, yep,
Huh.
mid X versus DK. Like this is like what EHOME did in the first game. They ran a lineup where it's very mobile, non-ulti dependent against the enemy team, which is quite ulti dependent. You're running a Dragonite tight gyro, so you want to group up and you want to push tower. So where anti-mage will be split farming, Bear Rider will try to catch, relocate the axe over. You know, this is their primary game plan. Whereas EHOME, when they are grouping up and pushing, the Doom will be obviously, I think his job this game is to be mostly primarily ganking in the first 10 minutes,
seconds
try to
remaining.
stabilize the lanes. Then after that, he'll probably try to get a Shadow Blade. I think Shadow Blade could be good this
5
game
seconds remaining.
compared to Dagger. I think Shadow Blade is better to catch out AM.
Yeah.
That's his job. He needs to stay off the map when his team is grouping up and pushing, try to catch the AM.
We got a couple of scribbles written on the map as people are trying to get ready. Burning is going to head out to the safe lane to
Prepare
get
for
himself
battle.
set up and potentially try and get down one of these wards. He runs into Ice 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 and say a little hi, how you doing in the jungle, and we're going to pause the game. Wonderful. So I kind of am interested, though. It does feel a bit strange. You've got the Dragon Knight who is picked into the axe, who does pure damage through his Dragon's Blood. You've also got the Anti-Mage picked into the Doom. Is this really... Which of these do you feel like is the bigger counter? Or are they counters?
I mean, it's just obviously Doom counters anyone. Can't really
Yeah,
argue with
that's
that. It's just the way you play the game you want to avoid, and Doom is about to catch you, like wants to catch you. And if Doom gets his Doom on you, obviously he can kill the AM easily. But if AM is far ahead enough, it's... I don't know, it's very hard to answer a question like this.
I guess the thing that I was
It goes
gonna
both
say
ways, I guess.
is that it does feel like for Vici Gaming, the draft like centers. Do you think? I guess that's something that I should allude to. I kind of feel like this draft for Vici Gaming is very much a lot on Sylar just getting huge and
30
Sylar getting out of
seconds to
control
go.
to the point where they can't deal with them. And with drafting that type of a lineup into a hero that's built around blocking down a single target, that to me feels like it's a little bit scary if you're Vici Gaming.
Well, he has... I don't know, I feel like he has Axe and Bat and relocate, so it should be more than enough for him.
Okay.
Like, they will be making space and then he'll be like running around,
The
and
battle
it's just like
begins.
when the Doom gets the Shadow Blade to catch the AM, otherwise it won't be so easy. And this game, AM might want to get a BKB as well, because there's Disruptor, there's a lot of really big spells, so... It's a matter of cat and mouse, you know, can the Doom catch him before he gets so big. But looking at the lanes, so it's not the lanes that we expect it to be, because Axe is top, and it's going to be anti-mage mid against Dragon, which is also a very good matchup for AM.
What is it about this matchup that makes it so good for him?
I mean, you can farm. There's not much DK can do about it. And you can burn all his mana. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Because AM, you don't want to get a really bad matchup. A bad matchup would be like a Queen of Pain versus AM. That would be a tough matchup for him. Like DK versus AM is just a very easy matchup for him.
Well, it's going to be a dual melee in the Doom, as well as that Tidehunter facing off against CTY and Burning. This also feels to me like it could be a really scary matchup if CTY is ever able to get a call. But I guess on the flip side of that, you've also got the fact that, you know, Anchor Smash is going to be pretty effective at lowering the damage, at least from right clicks, that Axe does.
Well, Axe doesn't do right click damage
Yeah,
that
I
much.
know. That's the thing.
It's just the spin.
that's really, I guess, the problem. So not as good as you would normally expect. But bottom lane, ROTK and Fenrir with Old 11. And getting a little bit frisky here as HYM is going to get right-clicked. They do have that Battle Hunger that's going to be going on to Old Lanham, and he's actually just going to drop. They end up being able to get first blood going towards the way of CTY. And Ice is going to need to be a little bit careful here.
Dire's top tower is under
And bottom
attack.
lane as well, Bear Rider got like drove back. He's out of regen, he's gonna plant a tree, tangle up, but yeah. It's all about getting the level 2 as Bear Rider. Before you know, are forced out of the lane. Then you can start jungling, start stacking. That's all you need, level 2. And he's accomplished that, so he's good to go.
Feeling fairly comfortable with where he's at in the mid lane. You can see that DK's still been able to get a decent chunk out of this, lowering down Sylar's right-click damage as well as being able to push out that wave every now and then when he's got his Dragon's Breath up. It's a nice little thing, but
Yeah, he's going 2 points in armor. Because he knows that AM is always burning out his mana.
yeah.
So now he can actually trade much better. When he doesn't have mana, anti-mage doesn't deal that much damage to him when they're trading hits.
Yeah. There in the bottom lane, they were able to get Fenrir and Hasterin and just sort of forced back ROTK a little bit further. Axe is the top of the CS charts right now as he's continued to just push this wave out against the tide. And they are going to try and at least keep landing back for the moment. They get the call, might be in a little bit of trouble as the spins are going to come through. The Soul Assumption as well. And CTY finds a second one in a really great position right here. And while the Anchor Smash is going to continue to do damage, this is a bit of a problem.
He's gonna get a very early Vanguard at this rate.
Yeah. Do you think the idea to go, you think Vanguard is better than trying to go for a quick blink?
Depends on the game though, because they have like another source of initiation from Bat Rider, so I think that if he gets a lot of kills from the lane, gets a really good start, then the Vanguard will be really nice. Because it will allow him to actually just stay in the lane and be very hard to deal with. And because he's like more of a carry player as well, CTY. So I would expect him to go for the Vanguard first, but in some situations, like you mentioned, going for a blink is much better. If your team is in a really bad spot, behind in the early game, then you need someone else to dictate pace of the game, then rushing the blink would be better.
Look at him just cut through these waves though. They
Oh,
keep on
the
pulling.
rune! HYM!
Oh? Is he going to be able to actually get out of here? He's got the heal, it's coming out from the bottle, but they're all running him down, and they do have a Dragon's Breath. He just pops. No real other option, and Sylar is pretty far forward. No mana on Old Chicken, but the DD is going to be enough to dissuade him from going any further.
Yep, here comes the axe, and they should be fine in getting out of here.
It's a lot of stacks in the jungle. My goodness.
Yep, all for the Bat Rider, man. It's all for the Bat Rider. And whenever I'm playing Bat Rider off lane, I'm just always constantly, guys, don't forget to stack for your bro on the off lane. You know I'm not gonna get too much. I'm gonna just get my level 2 and I'm gonna jungle.
There you go. It's the way to be.
Please do not forget, I keep telling them. Please, guys.
You do see that they're going to end up jumping here in the mid lane. Sylar was trying to mess with Old Chicken. He's still got a ton of freaking regen though, so he's not really afraid of anything.
Huh. I'm surprised he actually didn't try. Okay. Alright, he still got the stack, but
Yeah, they're messing around. You can see that Lanham is here scouting this all out, so he's able to soak up some of that experience.
thanks for the creep.
Burning might be able to take his life though. They are going to get the Grave Chill, and ROTK getting right click. They do still have HYM there, and he's healing him back up. He has a lot of stacks. They find the kill. Bat Rider goes down. He has another Hadouken here if he wants to try and toss it, but Lanham getting controlled for the moment. He does also still have those infused raindrops, and he is finally going to fall, but that is value.
That is indeed space created. 1 hero versus 4 heroes. 3 heroes. Yeah, actually 4 heroes. Getting a kill, stole 1 creep. He got the kill first, so what more can you ask for, you know, from a support?
Does that sort of speak to the strength of Doom as a hero, or is that more the player there?
A bit of both, I guess. Like, he knows that he can get away with it, and he knows how much he can actually, like, he knows the extent of the limit of the hero, and obviously the hero is really good as well.
Yeah. Well, all that space has been created means that Levin and Fenrir have gotten a lot of room down here to
Vanguard!
up.
Vanguard!
Is this your build? This is what you love?
Yeah, sometimes my team get angry. Dude, where's your blink? Dude, I'm so rich, I can buy a Vanguard.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So what's your play then with the Vanguard? Do you just try and cut creep waves and try and take down towers, or farming more often?
Just keep farming, like, just try to get your blink now, ASAP. But because you have Vanguard early, it becomes very difficult for the enemy to gank you. Like, they would require a lot of resource to actually... At this stage, if they want to kill the axe, they need to rotate the gyro. That's about it.
Well, and that's something that we do
Oh my
sometimes
god,
see.
he took the stacks from the bat. Damn,
Yeah.
this guy. Oh my god.
You seem a little bit upset about the situation.
Yeah, because I know how it feels when your own teammate gets your... Whoop, the short glimpse, trying to get him into the cooldown. But our TK should be fine, and TP coming in from anti-mage.
They're gonna try and see if they can find this one. He's pretty far forward, and Rocket Rush is about to come off cooldown again if they want to use it. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they're still keeping eyes up here as they got the Battle Hunter onto Lana.
Yeah,
And
don't mess with the axe. He has a Vanguard.
both are get back. Very upset about the situation. It's a decent chunk of the way, and like we talked about ROTK not being able to go to that second stack, he is now on brown boots and 1200 gold. I mean, is this a little bit of a rough spot for him?
Well, it's normal, I guess. Since you died once and your teammate stole your stack. Or obviously, preferably, you want to be closer to the blink if the axe didn't steal your stack.
Oh, and now he might end up actually going down.
He's...
Okay, no, he's going to be able to walk away there as they did bring Sylar in. And Lana, not 11, I should say, not opting to go as of yet. Sylar just drops. This is some pretty sloppy play coming out from Vici.
Yeah, they were indecisive of whether they should take the fight or they want to get out. And it gave enough time for Dragon Knight to, from 011 to actually come in and get the stun on the AM. They even saw him coming, they had a wall on the high ground, so they were really thinking about that way too long.
Well, this game has kind of gone on for a little while, and we've seen the one tower go down in the mid lane for the Dire. As far as we've seen so far, like, is there a team that you're favoring going into the mid game here?
Mid game. EHOME should be a little stronger because they have superior team fight this time, mid game. So in terms of pushing and taking objectives, EHOME will be stronger. But then that would depend on how many pickoffs Vici get from the axe and the Bat Rider when their blinks come online and they have relocate.
Okay.
Every pickoff would mean anti-mage gets an extra minute or two to farm, so that would be really important for him. So far, he actually has not been... He wasted a lot of time rotating, though. He went top and then he went bottom and he died once. So he did start off in the laning phase pretty good, but after that his farms fell off. Yeah, after wasting a lot of time.
Well, and it's kind of a strange situation to be in because you've got your anti-mage that wants to be able to farm, you've got your Axe who went for Vanguard and now needs to be able to farm to get his Blink Dagger. Well, that Rider needs to farm to be able to get his Blink Dagger.
Once he gets his Blink, he's gonna have to repay his team CTY.
Yeah. A lot of pressure.
And he even spent gold on Trankles though. I'm not sure about the Trankles. I would have actually gone just brown boots into Blink. That's a lot of money as well, like another 500 gold. He would have had his Blink.
Sylar is going to get right click down. The Doom is there trying to keep him alive with the overcharge, and they might actually just be able to walk away from that one. So Doom is not going to find the kill, and up top, I say Sice is looking for burning, gets the gush off. There's the anchor smash as well, but after the grave chill, he's going to have to stop this, maybe? Yeah, probably. Gyrocopter finds a kill on the Bat Rider down here in the bottom lane, though. Stuff is just happening everywhere, honestly.
This Bat Rider is going to have a very slow blink this game. Dying twice and no thanks to your axe stealing your stack.
So right now, if you're ROTK, are you a little bit upset about the axe taking that?
It depends on what the axe does.
Yeah.
If he actually repays his team, then I wouldn't be so upset if I'm him. But if he does not repay his team, then I would really be upset.
Okay. So, what is the best way for him to do that? How do you try and help out your team now for the axe? Is there a particular kill you want to go for?
Oh, relocate, incoming.
God. Are they going to be able to find this though? They've got to jump forward. 11 is just going to drop.
Okay, Link, Vanguard online. Time to repay your team, brother.
I went back right as that was coming out too.
Oh, they're gonna scout the blink with the ward here. He walks past the ward, yep, they're gonna see it.
Oh no, they're actually all walking over this way. They might just be able to kill him potentially. They've got visage
Oh my
birds that are
god.
in the area.
When you
but,
get your blink, you have to go do stuff.
Radiant's
Stop
bottom
farming.
tower is under
this is a bit of a problem. They jump for get the stun on the CT. They have the gush as well. Static storm actually not there. Static field is. They did hit stun on several. There's savage pop and CTY unfortunately is gonna go down.
No, he almost got if he got called before the rage came out, he might have been able to actually get one before he dies. Oh, that was close for him. But then again, it's the mentality, right? Because CTY is such like he to fight a lot. That's why this type of heroes like when you play this type of heroes, you have to have a different type of mentality. Once you get enough items, you have to go off the map. You have to repair your team to get something done. You can't just keep farming and taking up space. It makes it very difficult for the team to play.
You know, I'm starting to wonder now too. What is it that they're gonna try and do in the mid game? Like we were talking about it, and you do have the blink dagger that's up on the axe right now. But how do you follow that up? Where's your damage coming from? Like I feel like so much of it needs to come from burning.
The birds as well, yeah. The birds would be, I think ideally the birds would follow the axe or the bat rider. One of those two, then you relocate with the other one. Like when the axe is ganking, bat rider has to be pushing out the lanes. When bat rider is ganking, axe will be pushing out the lanes. They have to rotate.
Okay.
Because you can't have like two of the heroes going ganking at the same time. No one will be, only AM will be farming the lanes, which would be obvious that you're trying to gank.
Okay.
So that's, I think, the most optimal way. Rotation. One ganks, one farms. The other one farms, the other one ganks. Just keep rotating around.
Well, you can see right now they're even struggling to try and find farm. Like Siler was farming this camp. CTY walked up because he wanted to try and call it, but then he realized that Siler was farming.
This guy
it, so he
should
walked
not
back
be
mid.
near creeps at all. This guy right here should not be near creeps at all. Come on, dude. If this happens in my pub, I'm like reporting that guy. Like seriously, like what? Like he got his blink like 2 minutes ago. Like what? I don't know, man.
Winter's had enough.
Radiant's bottom tower
It
is
does,
under
I mean,
attack.
granted, it is a little bit of a tough game for them regardless of the fact. Like, they're going for smoke ganks right now, but EHOME are reacting really efficiently. They're moving back across the other side of the map. They realize that this might be happening, and they're playing safe. A counter smoke play of their own? Are they
Radiant's
going to go
bottom
through their
tower
own
is
jungle? It
under
does look like
attack.
they realize that's what's going on, is they're heading off this direction, and they might run into ROTK, who does have that fresh, shiny blink dagger. Smoke is going to be popped in a second, possibly. They spot out the fire.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is the Doom target at this stage.
CTY.
Okay.
This is the most farmed.
Oh, they're looking. Static Storm, Siler pulled back. They do have another Ravage. That's going to get dropped down. A really nice relocate coming out there, and they're not going to be able to get it. But Sylar's still doomed at the same time. They didn't relocate him far enough, and there's going to be the call. On to 2. Is it enough? Open getting caught in with the spins as well. The Soul Assumption bringing him so low, but not quite dead. And now Burning, getting ran down. They do find that kill, and now CTY control. Disruptor, the only one to fall. He throws one of those homing missiles onto CTY from afar. They pull back Old Lanham with the Bat Rider, but he's just gonna die. Oh, that was not the play, but now CTY still fairly tanky. Doesn't find a kill. A triple for Ice 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 as they kill 4.
Okay, that
Radiant's top
relocate
tower
was
is under attack.
questionable.
Oh, as was this slightly, as HYM is just high.
Okay, that was super questionable. Like, what happens?
Wait, he just stunned out Sylar again.
You have Bat Rider and X. You should be able to find the initiation before the enemy. Like, Tide doesn't have Blink. Now he has Blink, but you should be able to win that fight. Like, at least judge when to initiate. If you can't, if EHOME is already ready, 5 heroes there, you just back off. Like, you just want to split up and just find pick off. That's what they should be doing. I don't know. I don't think that was the play for their lineup. They shouldn't try and take a head-off fight unless they can find a clear initiation where they take out one target immediately. Then they can fight. Otherwise, if it's 5 heroes ready to fight against your 5, they should not fight with their lineup. At this stage.
I am looking at this EHOME 7,500 net worth lead, as well as right around the same amount of experience. that last fight also took place without Ice 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 having completed his mechanism, which got killed in that last.
What?
So
What? He has blink and mech now.
he has blink and mech. So what
He had
happened
nothing.
was.
He had nothing just now.
So what happened was up here in the top lane, Axe got spins, which killed the courier that was bringing out the mechanism. I didn't talk about it because I didn't think it was going to be significant.
That's how you can kill a courier as Axe, yeah?
Yeah, and
Apart from Culling Blade.
exactly. And now they're going to jump in and try and take down ROTK. He is taking a lot of damage. CTY could jump in, but just throws the battle hunger from
Yeah,
fight.
just look at what they're doing with the bat and the axe. They're like so like disorientated. They're just staying back. This is not how they should be playing Dota. They should be trying to get pick off. Just relocate
Well,
and try to just avoid.
I mean, granted,
Right.
another little thing, like,
Okay, they're going in now. Relocate.
that's going to be a lot of damage. They get the Tidehunter ulti out. Static Storm onto 3. They doomed up CTY, going to pull Sylar back into it. It's all gone wrong. Can he get away? He actually is going to be able to escape from that one. 90 HP, but the tower is still going to fall. I mean, granted, the other thing about that was that it was a smoke gank by 5 heroes in towards the mid lane. So there's some semblance of a way that you could say that they wouldn't have realized that, you know, the Batrider was going to get killed there. But you still don't think they're playing the correct way, regardless
No,
of
I
that.
don't think so. They're just like very disorientated and very not organized. They should be just like what I mentioned, either sending the birds with the axe, and when Axe is ganking Batrider, we'll be pushing the lanes, and then Vici will be following the Batrider, so you can relocate towards the Axe when Axe is fighting for kills. Like, they're not even trying to do any, like, CTY is just always in the lane farming. Look at this guy. If I'm the captain, I'll be so upset with this guy, you know, I'm serious. Like, why is he taking so much farm? Like, he doesn't need that much. Like, he needs to repay his team instead of just taking and taking and... He's like the kid at the party, taking and taking and taking and taking and taking, eating up everyone's candies.
Oh no. He's got a sweet tooth. A sweet tooth for farm. CTY farm in the hard camp.
Unfortunately, that doesn't mean new games.
I will say also, though, that it does kind of feel like it's not just on one individual player. It's more that, like, that's a point where maybe the captain ends up starting to talk, but there's not that communication, it feels like.
Yes, it's true, that's true, but at the same time, you as a player, you have to do your responsibility.
Yeah.
You have to understand what is actually happening. You can't just, oh, captain says something, I do something. Captain doesn't say anything, I don't do anything, I farm. That's not the right way as well. You have to understand what you have to do to win this game, and wait for the captain to make big game calls like, oh, we have to go Roshan, we're gonna push this tower, but apart from that, you have to get your own job done, you know.
Right.
Which is not staying in the lane and farming and farming and farming and farming until your AM is like shrunk. Look at this! Axe has more net worth than AM for the most part of the... What is happening, dude? Come on.
If they catch on to burning there, they're going to be able to pull back Old Chicken for the moment. A really nice call comes in, but isn't going to be enough. The mechanism comes out. Fenrir, barely alive, is finally going to drop it. Now they've doomed up CTY, and he is just going to die. Old Chicken is there, but it's not going to really even matter. They probably could have killed him without the Dragonite, to be honest. Sylar goes back to trying to push in this creep wave, does not want to give them a chance to try and push high ground. And you've just got over and over again the trade the Disruptor for 3.
So depressing to look at how the way the fights are happening. Batrider is so poor, dirt poor. Ideal timing is like blink plus 4 stuff. Even if you have brown boots on it and you're having a terrible game, you want to get it like 18, 19 minutes. I mean, around this time, 20. Brown boots, blink, and force.
Yeah. Oh, Old Chicken. He has a blink dagger in a second, but does not look... Oh, long range. Can they get him? They get the... Oh, the ensnare. And now Sylar is going to take a lot of damage. Can they find the kill, though? It doesn't quite look like it. Dragonite has blink in another couple, but already the... Io is there, Ice looking, but not finding as of yet. Gets the gush on the HYM. Ravage is available if they want to go for it, but it's just going to go for a little bit of backstrokes. Showing he's not afraid.
I don't think he has to be afraid. At this stage, they're so far ahead.
CTY is pushing at the tower here. There you go, man.
Man, put this guy on Leshrac, man. Don't put him on Axe.
Oh, Old 11 finds HYM. He does tether away to those creeps, but Ice is there. He is getting slowed down by the tether. That's kind of an interesting little thing there, but he's still going to drop.
Yeah, just look at his items. He buys a blade mill on the X, but doesn't try and gank.
ROTK? Okay, they're not going to be able to...
Is under attack.
What are they looking for with
Dire's
the
top
smoke?
tower is
Oh
under
god, did they
attack.
realize that Sylar is here?
Maybe, because he was from the lane, so maybe they're anticipating that.
Oh, they're going to find ROTK instead. I don't think they find this kill. They might get CTY? Break his link? Gush? Blade Mail's there. Okay, he's gonna be able to TP away. No, they get the Ravage off and CTY drops. Meanwhile, they relocated in HYM for this one. He's gonna be able back in just a second, but might be able to go down before then. They find the kill. Oh, it was not meant to be.
Oh, what's he doing? They saw 3 heroes, and then he tried to run in. I don't know what's happening, Lyrical. I really don't understand.
It's sometimes not even an analyst can tell us what's going to end up happening at the end of these games. ROTK is going to try and blink out of here. The homing missile is not quite going to get there in time, so it's going to make the long chase away. Sylar getting compounded on by both sides. El Chicken is there. He gets the blink. There's going to be the Dragon Tail as well, and they might just be able to find this kill as they pull him back into the Static Storm, and Sylar to fall. He is going to die.
Well, we've heard that a couple of times. Sylar to fall.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Saying good.
That's pretty good stuff. Well, 19-6. The net worth lead is rapidly approaching 12K and experience around 14,000. As far as EHOME closing out this game, what's the path to it? What do they need to try and accomplish to finish off this one? Not let Vici into it.
Let's look at the items. Anyone needs any big items? Doom has Midas and 2700. Can probably get a... If they want to finish the game faster, can probably get a Vlad's to help them. Gyro can finish... any item. I don't think he needs BKB that badly this game. Maybe if he wants to. He can delay it by one more item.
Oh, Lanham, he had his spidey senses tingling and went in there to try and catch RPA. Actually gets the Doom onto him. I don't know if they're going to be able to find this, though. They do also have IO that has relocate available. They could probably just try and pull him out of this.
They got Batrider.
Yeah, Batrider's dead.
They got the claims on him.
I was kind of wondering if maybe you would end up seeing like HYM trying to TP in and then relocate out the bat, but not opting to do that for ROTK.
Not worth it. Hashtag not worth.
Alright, well tier 3 towers are going to start to drop as it looks like it's about that time. Ice, Old Chicken, Old 11, knocking on the front door. They do have Ravage back up at this point in time. Refresher is almost there as well.
Oh, you got
They actually TP him back.
Oh no!
CTY, he's not going to be here for the defense. And that's definitely going to be a set of racks. It was questionable at best with the axe there. Oh no.
3 racks, I guess.
They jump forward, actually catch onto ROTK, and he's just dead. Meanwhile, they get the courier. So that's a pretty good one. Dragon Knight got the courier with... Or wait, no, excuse me. Where was the courier? How much gold did that have on it?
Butterfly plate mill. That was a big courier.
The heck?
What's the Gyro's butterfly? Plate mill, Doom's plate mill. He's going for Shivas.
Oh, there it is. Well, a little bit unfortunate, definitely, to lose a 7,000 net worth courier, but it doesn't really even feel like that's...
They're still gonna be able to push.
even without 7,000 net worth.
I mean, they can wait for... Okay, they can go Roshan. Okay, it's 2 minutes, so go Roshan. Push out the other lanes. Yeah. Then it's gonna be about time where the courier comes back out.
Visage familiars. I mean, Visage has Ags at this point. He's been able to build that up. They're gonna scan, but not quite find anybody as the secondary scan comes
they're
up also.
moving as a team when they have base. Sorry, it gets to my nerves when I see...
Well,
like,
I mean, Burning back here, so that's good, right?
They're not even like a new team, you know. They're like a team of experienced players.
Yeah.
When you see a new team like Inexperienced team doing this is like normal because it's like sometimes in the tournament you get nervous.
Sylar
You fall.
caught again. Oh, a really nice relocate out there. Well played there by HYM. They did pop Ravage for this. Oh, but Doom down onto CTY. They also have the Purge to follow it up, trying to do whatever they can. The Force Staff came out from ROTK, trying to keep them alive. The bottom half of the battle, though, means that HYM is already dead, and it looks like ROTK is also going to drop. CTY is trying to get out of here. The Doom is going to be able to expire, but I still don't think it's quite going to be enough. There are a couple spins, and Millennium is not going to die. They're just too tanky. They have too much farm on these heroes.
Oh dear, okay. They wasted the Ravage, right? You said. I didn't see where he used the
Did you
Ravage.
just say that you think Vici are okay?
No. I don't think they're okay, but the game is more or less almost done.
Okay. I was very confused for a second.
I mean, there's not much they can do at this point anymore because they didn't buy enough time for AM to. Like, AM is supposed to be much more fun with their strategy at this stage of the game. And Axe and Black Rider are supposed to be the like finding pick. Like so far the whole game they didn't really get anything done. Almost. Which is not the plan. Yeah, I'll be mad because Axe stole my stack if I'm the Bat Rider. And he did nothing the whole game.
Well, Sylar here has been able to build up into his full Manta style. So
Oh
he's got
great, refresher.
he's got Manta, Battle Free Aquila, 4 TP scrolls. Like, he's in a pretty decent spot. Fenrir is going to get jumped on at this stage, but I don't think that they're really going to be able to do a whole lot after that. They drop down the Static Storm, and the mana is still going. Fenrir is going to drop, so that is the first kill in a while that they've been able to find. ROTK controlled with everything coming out on top of him. He is going to drop. And you mentioned it, that refresher on the Tidehunter already completed. They jump in, CTY looking for a little bit more. Old Chicken 11 need to get out of there before things go awry. There's the turnaround Ravage. They are going to be able to burst them all down, and everybody on Vici Gaming is falling. A really nice Soul Assumption from Burning, and with the Grave Chill follow-up, he might be able to escape. They get the Infernal Blade off, and the chase is going to continue, but the nice stun from the Visage Familiars is going to keep him alive for the moment. The Blink Dagger is about to be off cooldown, and Burning trying to run away from this one. I don't know if he's quite going to be able to do it. Already at this age, it was around... That's GG just called. They're done. They've had enough. Vici Gaming end up being able to win one game previously, but are going to lose the second as EHOME and them split the series. Winter, it was a game. We watched some Dota 2. That's what we can say.
I didn't like the draft in the last game, but they won. I like their draft this game, but they lost. GG.
Winter's over it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was an absolute pleasure casting for you all. I will say that we're going to have another series up in just a little bit, so stick around for some more Chinese Dota on this channel. I believe that Europe and SEA are also starting up at the same